Hello, Primary 5. Welcome to Agial Language School. I hope you are fine. Today, we're going to learn Unit 5, Lesson 3, Grammar, Pupils Book, page 61, and Workbook, page 44. We're going to talk about present perfect with just and yet. Look at these examples. The ship has just passed the cave. The men haven't escaped yet. They haven't seen the monster yet. They have just seen the monster. So, what's the meaning of just and yet? Let's see. We use just to say that something happened a very short time ago. For example, he has just arrived. Means he arrived a very short time ago. And we use yet in negative statements to say that something hasn't happened up to the present time. It will happen. And we use yet in questions to ask if something has happened up to the present time. For example, they haven't finished yet means they haven't finished up to the present time. The formation of the present perfect tense. We form the present perfect tense with have or has plus past participle. With the subject pronouns I, you, we, they, we use have plus past participle. And with the subject pronouns he, she, it, and any singular subject, we use has. For example, I have eaten an apple. You have eaten an apple. We have eaten an apple. They have eaten an apple. And any plural subject, with any plural subject, we use have. He has eaten an apple. She has eaten an apple. John has eaten an apple. What's the meaning of past participle? The verb in the present is do. In the past, did. In the past participle, done. Go in present, went in past, gone in past participle. Eat in present, ate in past, eaten in the past participle. Begin in present, began in past, begun in past participle. Forget in present, forgot in past, forgotten in past participle. How do we form present perfect tense? Again, subject plus have or has plus past participle. For example, I have tried sushi. In negative statement, we use subject, haven't or hasn't, plus past participle. I haven't tried sushi. And in questions, we start with have or has, plus subject, plus past participle. Look at these examples. I haven't tidied my room. I haven't tidied my room yet. I have just made myself a coffee. I have just made myself a coffee. Have you tidied your room yet? It's a question, and we use yet at the end of the question. No, I haven't done it yet. It's a negative statement, and we use yet at the end of the negative statement. Yet means an event that hasn't happened but will happen in future. Here, I haven't cleaned my room yet. She hasn't sent the email yet. The first and second statements, we use yet at the end of negative statement with haven't or hasn't. Have you finished your work yet? We use yet at the end of questions. Here, the last two statements, I have just cleaned my room. She has just sent the email. We use just here between have and has, and the past participle. In the first statement, we used just between have and cleaned. In the second statement, we used just between has and sent. Here, you will read and find the picture. Number 1, the monster hasn't grabbed a sealer yet. This is F. 2, the monster has just grabbed a sealer. A. The ship hasn't disappeared yet. E. Number 4, the ship has just disappeared. C. Number 5, Odysseus hasn't reached the island yet. B. Number 6, Odysseus had just reached the island. D. Now it's time for grammar and conversation. Listen carefully.
Pupils Book, Unit 5, page 62. Grammar in Conversation. Activity 1. Listen and read.
Have you done your maths homework yet?
No, not yet. It's really hard. Have you done yours?
Yes, I've just finished it.
How about English? Have you written that composition yet?
Yes, I've just handed it in. Have you done yours?
No, not yet. And I haven't started my art project yet.
What about our science homework? Have you started that?
No, not yet. And I haven't revised for the test.
Test? What test?
Don't worry, I'm only joking. Or am I?
Okay. Now it's time for practice. Rewrite the following sentences using the words in brackets. Number 1, what have you just done? Use I've. I have just done my homework. We can say I've, we can say I have. Number 2, they have just dug a hole in the wall. Use not. They haven't dug a hole in the wall yet, because we use yet at the end of the negative statement. Number 3, they have just arrived. Use he. He has just arrived. Number 4, he has just found his lost camera. Ask with what? What has he just found? In the question, we use just before the past participle. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Goodbye.